Hello, my name is Robert Miller, and this is session 6 Practices of Prescriptive Conflict, the second program in the Butterfly Effect series. Vision, an epic vision of yourself, something bigger than yourself, a meta narrative greater than you and your success, without a vision of an epic self. So let me be really clear. This is not religious. This is not my Christianity speaking. It's not my theory of everything in my mythology. Uh, I, People believe, let me give you an example, a complete opposite of Christianity. You're a two-dimensional representation in a simulation created by another simulation run by AIs ad nauseum. You're a two-dimensional character in a simulation. That's it. That's reality. And that's so am I. If you want to find meaning as a character in a simulation, you're going to have to be able to have clarity about how you fit into a greater scope. Can I find meaning in being a character in a simulation? Yes, I can. I believe I can. If that's my theory of everything, I can believe I lead a meaningful life. Even if at the end I just cease to exist because they turned the game off. I can lead a meaningful life with that theory of everything, which would be about as opposite as my theory of everything as it can get. Okay? And that's a real theory of everything for some people. They really believe that. But consciousness requires epic vision, clarity. They have to see the meta narrative. You have to see the thing beyond the you and what you've achieved in life. You have to be able to reach with a breath of awe that you're part of something bigger than you, but you're fundamentally important in that bigger. Now, it's far away. The bridge in the image of the cover, I try to get depth. And then that's like the microscopic look at what is far away because it's so small. It's beyond my natural eyesight. I need to immunize myself from the tendency many of us have to shrink the epic proportions of our story. This is not narcissism. This is not egomaniac. If you do this in success, then yes, it is. You're just a major egomaniac with massive narcissistic tendencies. If you do this in the success part of your life, then that's what you are. If you're doing it here in the cocoon as a protective measure, it gives you a reason to fight for significance. Because it's not about status. It's not about acquisition of more. It's a search for something deeper, something beyond. Practice. So, I find this really difficult. I grew up in poverty and violence, and it's systemic, generational. The idea that we were epically involved in something bigger outside of war was ludicrous. I'm the eldest son of an elder son of an elder sept of Clan Antrim. That isn't a boast. That's a location. Geolocating. I'm from here, and here is small. I'm from here, and here has to fight just to get a little. That I have an epic story, and I'm part of an even more epic story. That is a vision that was incredibly hard for me to accept. And that I had to accept it like a rabies shot, not something I really wanted, not something I'm very comfortable with, somewhat painful to imagine that my people going back centuries, that they had purpose and not just penalty of being born in the wrong place. It is painful for me to accept that. I don't like the idea, but I have realized without it, I cannot go any further. I cannot go further if all I am is what I can achieve, if all I am is the fight for success, I cannot find significance and meaning in that. I have to have a vision greater than me. Reach for it, whether it's a flu shot and you naturally have that, or it's rabies like me and it comes with pain. You've got to be able to take that and immunize yourself against the tendency to make it all about right here and now and what you can achieve. Thank you very much.